I do the impossible, impossible.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack.
Brings up 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's go now.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 44-yard line. Well, their defense got on the football with an interception. They tried out their Charles in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because These offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
So this game of our, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. Two unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But two teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these two are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
In motion right here, Boyd. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll drop the throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give here to Mitchell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After one, 7-0. Holiday Sports.
Lions 7, Vikings nothing.
Second and 11. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Lions 14, Vikings nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
On the counter, Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go now.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They're going to look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to have the first down and inside. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Just picking up yardage and punches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
On play action, they'll throw. And to the right side here, it's Allen. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now back to throw. He's got this, complete to Williams. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 60. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
Vikings 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Austin complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Rolling to his right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now this throw caught left side. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Vikings 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Kene Nwangu. And he gets this all the way down to the 20. What a return. Almost broke it for 6.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Matthew Wright for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal, Detroit.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nwogu now from his end zone. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race, and he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And out across midfield down to the 45. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. In motion right is Austin. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, you're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 14. He'll let it fly for Austin. And now here is another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking up.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the score.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed